Now, you may all be wondering, Beake, why is it a short stream today? Blech. That's why. I'm dying! But we will start now. Right now, actually. I was going to wait a bit, but then I was like, you know what? No. That was good. That seems good. If you remember last time, we started off going to interrupt a deal. A dealy deal. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, we're fine. I thought something broke for a second. We're fine. We just got to go through this initial talkie-talkie. Okay. Also, I should probably hold on to my controller, since that's how I learned how to play this video game. Any second, let's focus now. I'm here. I'm looking. I need to get my mouse off the screen so it stops doing weird stuff. Possible target walked up to a woman and child. They are talking. Oh no. Suspect from entrance D is being joined by an obese man. No! Remember, chat. We're looking for a bald, clean-shaven man with a violin case. I didn't realize that there was a timer that was talking down in the initial conversation. Otherwise, I might have reread it again. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Green shirt is being joined by a young woman. Well, it's not that guy because he had a beard. Sounds harmless talking so far. It always does. Let me in. Time's up. Maybe he shows up late. Very close to match. Unit Beta, go after him. Is that us? He's headed towards the fountain. Can I get audio feed? Can I? That's a bald, clean-shaven man. Dude, this music is pumping. Moving towards the man sitting right ahead. Shaking hands. Likely to be accomplice. Yeah? Move in and make the arrest. Again, are we Beta? Get the suspect and his accomplice, be discreet. Sure. Easily done. Don't make more noise than you need to. Alright. Think they noticed you? What? Someone else got up at the cafe south of the fountain. My door just closed because I have the window open. Maybe they're making a run for it. Maybe we had the wrong target. Uh-oh. Alpha, stop them. Go, go, go! Are we Alpha? Watch out, gun! Uh-oh. We gotta go. Gary! Wait, what the? Ba-na-na-na-na-na. I don't know if I need to be up here, but I'm going. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, I can't do anything up here. Never mind. Gary! Gary, where are you? Oh. Okay. I don't think this is our guy. What? Kyoko's raiding with a party. Thank you, Kyoko. Thank you. We got them. Wait, you weren't Arnold. What was your voice again? Kyoko, welcome back. I hope you had a lovely street. We got them. What the hell happened? Did we have the wrong guy? We started arresting the man you described at the fountain. But then someone in this cafe got spooked and started making a run for it. Is he dead? I happened to be standing nearby and went after him. When I got closer, his accomplice pulled a gun on me. Come for the voices, stay for the cat cameos? True. True. Things got messy, we got them both, but Agent Reed also caught a bullet. Medics, move your asses over here, stat. We got 3 wounded, 1 agent, 2 suspects. Units are out in the area, keep an eye on the crowds. Lock down the area, but make sure not to cause more panic. Conrad, I don't have to tell you that this didn't go over well at all. You don't, that's not my... How are you? I'm doing good. Apparently that was Act 1. Uh-oh.
Once the adrenaline had worn off, the uncomfortable train seat and glaring sunlight were the only things stopping me from falling asleep. My implants had been injecting me with a substance keeping me alert and focused all night, and now I came crashing down hard. I seemed to remember glances from the people around me. I wondered if there was blood on my clothes, but I couldn't be bothered to check. Agent Reed had been transported off in an ambulance. He had lost a lot of blood and was going in and out of consciousness. The projectile had pierced his vest somehow. I couldn't help but feel like this wouldn't have happened if I had submitted an accurate description of the sniper. At least we caught him and his associate. Whether dead or alive remained to be seen. I wondered if this was the beginning of the end of the case, or just its beginning. I finally got up at my stop and left the train, only to suddenly wake up in my seat again and realize it had been a dream. I decided to stand next to the door for the rest of the ride.
What'd I get wrong? Someone had to have given me wrong info then.
A cool breeze cut into the train cart and through the haze of fatigue when the doors opened. I considered visiting Kat, suddenly feeling an urge to inhale the woody, slightly dusty air in our old apartment. Kat had filled it with what she affectionately called real things. She loved leather, cloth, paper, and plants, and hated the clean metallic surfaces at my apartment. Sometimes I did too.
Good news. I think voice audio is low. I didn't even notice it for a minute. I think the game audio in general is probably pretty low. I'll turn up the voice speech volume. Yeah, 100. Slap that all the way up. Maximum slappage. I don't know what I could have done differently there. Maybe... I mean, I guess the info I got from the fisherman was bad, maybe. The guy at the boat and the escort, I guess, didn't give me good descriptions. Oh, hi, Neil. What are you doing here? I just wanted to say hello to Laura. Really? Who are you? It's nice to see you, too. Sorry, I'm just surprised. Laura's still asleep upstairs. I wouldn't wake her up if I were you. A late riser, just like her mom. More like every teenager ever. True! Fair enough. You want coffee? What? This isn't me at all! Say yes. Say yes. No thanks, I'm actually headed to bed, but I'll take the coffee anyway because the voice in my head tells me to. I'm just coming back from work, it's been a long night. Oh, that's rough. Wait, you didn't have anything to do with that shootout that's all over the news right now, did you? Actually, I did, but it was practically over by the time I got there. Oh my god, are you okay? They wouldn't have let me go if I'd caught a bullet. You don't say. I mean, are you emotionally okay? Was I ever? Okay, I get it. You don't want to talk about it. No, it's fine. Sorry. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. What was the whole thing about? Nobody seems to know yet. Can't tell you yet. Can't tell you, but you'll hear it on the news soon enough. Okay, well, I'm glad you're back in one piece. I have to catch the next train if I don't want to be late for work. But if you want, you can stick around until Laura wakes up. We both know that's not going to happen for another hour. True, well, you can stop by later if you want. I gotta run now. Hold on, one more thing. Laura wants to go to a party at one of her classmates' place tonight. I'm not sure if I should let her, she's only 14. But I feel like she has a hard time connecting with her peers, so this could be a good thing. What do you think? I mean, a party of her peers, just let her. It's fine. Let her have some fun. Laura's very mature for her age, I'm sure she'll take care of herself. Yeah, you're probably right, I shouldn't be so anxious. Parents will be anxious, it's normal. See you, Neil. Please don't get yourself shot. I guarantee nothing. I do have the world's floppiest hair, though. Well, where was my apartment again? Walk home. Was I just down the street? What's on the news? Do I want to know what's on the news? The Giants are talking. While everybody's eyes were trained on Benny and Robertson at the Trading Summit's first day, a few other notable discussions were going on in the background. Most notably, the mining giants Dan Kim of Millix and Abbott Dyson of Dyson Enterprises got together in person for the first time in their lives. Their relationship is tense. While Dyson extracts the majority of Drovia's tellurium, its profits are severely undercut by its status as a colonial entity. By contrast, Millix is not only able to sell its ores directly to places like Themis and New Jordan, but it also buys up palladium from companies like Dyson to resell it at a higher price. The oil prices Gara pays us has not changed in a long time, while costs steadily decreased, Dyson complained in a recent interview with the Drovian Trade Journal. At this rate, we won't be able to turn any profit at all in a few years. Millix CEO Kim assured us that his company would critically examine the situation, but added that the margins are not that big. The idea that we exploit other mining companies based in Drovia is not based in reality. Whether anything will change between the two companies remains to be seen. However thin they want us to believe their margins to be, it is important to keep in mind that both CEOs are billionaires with a history of underpaying their workers, cutting corners, and initiating mass layoffs whenever the companies have faced financial problems in the past. That's right, everybody's an ass. What, mate? Oh, I know you. You the guy who came off flat last night. You told that old scumbag to leave my sister alone. I did. Oh, real nice of you, man. Didn't think your uppers would help our Savian. She left this morning chasing a dream. Glad I could help. I have to get home now. Have a nice day. Sure. But what those blessings, man. Thanks. You too. All best, Molly. Well, I'm glad one thing has gone right. One whole thing. I feel like I've fucked up everything else, but at least someone had a good time.
I got into the elevator and leaned against a wall. I was so tired in that moment that my reflex of emotional repression whenever I saw Kat didn't seem to work anymore. It hit me with an unusual clarity that, even a decade after it had ended, I hadn't ever fully let go of her. I wasn't sure what to make of it, whether to be happy or to finally push myself to it. I concluded that I would probably just go back to repressing it altogether.
I am a well-adjusted man. Welcome. Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, I don't remember what the code to my house is. Lizard! Hey, Horace, how's it going? I need to feed Horace. There you go, Horace. Yeah, you like you some wormies. Get you some wormies. What a good boy. What a good lad, that Horace. I'm a little surprised that this, our character has a pet at all, though. Guess Horace doesn't require too much upkeep, though.
Waking up in the early evening was disorienting. I sat up on my bed and allowed the memories from the previous night to pour back in. Banny's body, the hotel, Lila, the shootout. I tried to put it all in an order that made sense and got on my way back to work. A hint of the good mood that had overcome me outside of the villa returned. Once again, it stemmed from what had made me join the CDI many years ago. The feeling of doing something instead of taking a back seat and waiting for death. There was a time when a lack of purpose threatened to consume me, lurking underneath meaningless daily routines and self-doubt sabotaging everything I did.
Just become an internet clown.
Walking among the people outside, I felt even more alienated than usual. It was like they lived in another reality. Many were just getting out of work, looking to do some shopping, meet a friend, have a drink. Maybe I would find my way back to that reality one day. I wanted to, yet at the same time hated the thought of it.
It's not that weird, dude. You just have knowledge that they don't yet. Which is to be expected, you know, when you're a government agent of any kind, really. Brain game. Uh-oh. I've gone into walking cutscene mode. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't like this. Hello, fellow citizens. We are the liberators, defenders of progress, freedom, and something else. These values have been integral to our society for centuries. But lately they have increasingly come under threat. Religious radicals calling themselves the Savian Front are aiming to establish a theocratic government on Drovia. The Savian faith is based on superstition and rejects science, to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We all saw 4 decades ago what happens when a Savian state is left to its own devices. We can't let history repeat itself. We demand President Robertson end this madness now. Put a stop to all independence talks and reinstate full Garian rule. We remove the radical Savian Joseph Banny to get it started. If you do not start implementing measures to meet our demands, more Savian lives will be spent to protect our collective future. The Savian population on Gara will be taken hostage until the Garian population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must stand up for them if our government won't. Await our next move within 48 hours. It won't be as silent as the first one. Fuck. Conrad, did you see that? Yeah. It was on all screens across the city. Come to HQ immediately. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. I'll say it one more time. Fuck. Well, I guess it's just as well that I don't own a car at this point, because I'd probably floor it and get in a crash or something. We're gonna go! Gary, I see you up there. I'll be up in a second. You know I'm on this train. You know I don't own a car. Brr. Ah! My office. What about Gary? Gary? Gary, what are you doing out here? Thinking. Strange how the city looks the same as always, as if nothing happened. Well, that's a good thing, right? Fucking liberators. Ridiculous name. From whom are they liberating us? From a handful of superstitious lowers? Pathetic bullshit. Every single institution on this planet upholds the freedom of our people and their values. It's not like we're letting some religious fanatics take over the solar system. And somehow we didn't know anything about those fuckers before everybody else. One more thing we missed. The fact that we messed up at George Plaza doesn't help either. I don't know what to tell you. I had to put the sniper in a coma. The other guy's dead. It's going to be hard to make progress with no one left to interrogate. Do we at least know who they are? We scanned him. Sniper's a ghost, and he's got a fake ID right before he checked into that hotel. Other guy's a businessman from Drovia. His name is Abraham Gonzalez. He's a CEO of a company called Power Up. They manufacture titanium-based batteries. Both the guy and his company seemed harmless. No criminal record. Strange. Why would someone from Drovia help an anti-Drovian terror organization? I have no clue. What about the woman? Any updates on her? Nothing so far. But we do have another lead. Saito is trying to find out where the announcement was broadcast from earlier. Maybe he's found something already. Why don't you go inside and ask? He's in our office. Catch up with you in a minute. Will do. Did we secure that drive the sniper tried to hand over? Yeah. And what's on it? About that, Chief and the Attorney General seized it. Said she has to evaluate if we have the required clearance level. The AG? Are you kidding me? That's a crucial piece of evidence. We need it. I suppose they'll let us in on it soon. There's no time to waste. We have to assume the next attack is less than 48 hours away. Higher-ups know what they're doing. You think? Let it go, Conrad. Go talk to the chief yourself if you have a problem. One more thing. There's an article about Gonzalez's company in the news today. Might want to download it and have a look. Fuck! Wait, was there a news thing right here? I don't remember if there was a news thingy down here. Doesn't look like it. Bummer. You're a news thingy. Okay. It's no secret that the Drovia-based Power Up, one of the planet's most important battery producers,
Oh fuck.
has been facing monetary difficulties for several months now. Technological developments over the last few years made palladium the most efficient material to build high-performance batteries, overtaking lithium and others by far when it comes to battery life and weight. However, since Drovia is a Garian colony with no economic autonomy, Power Up doesn't have the right to buy its selenium directly from the mining companies based on Drovia. The latter are forced to sell the resources to Gara, which in turn sells selenium to all companies processing the material, including those on Drovia. In light of this development, it has become increasingly difficult for non-Garian companies to keep prices competitive. This has put Power Up, like many others, in an increasingly difficult spot. It did not come as a surprise, therefore, when its CEO and founder, Abraham Gonzalez, publicly supported the cause of the Drovian fight for independence last week. As representatives of the Association of Drovian Electronic Companies, he accompanied Minister Bani on his business trip to Gara to defend the interest of the industry during the discussions between Drovia and Gara. Fuck. 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 Which one's my office again? Second floor? Oh. Hello? Can I get coffee? Is it coffee time? Hello? This is the interrogation area. But we ain't got nobody to interrogate on account of me apparently fucking up. Eh. Hey, Saito. Evening, Neil. Hey, Saito, how's it going? I'm not going to lie, that video was a little upsetting. I mean, I know that my religion is strange to some people on Gara, but an anti-Savient terror group, that's something else. Should I be worried about wearing my scarf in public now? I think those people are idiots, and I'm sure the vast majority of Garians agree with me. I know. Hey, I also have some good news. I found out where the Liberators video was broadcast from. It's from a company called AdSpot. You don't say. They own most of the billboards in the city. You want an ad played, you go to them. I took a shot in the dark and checked ongoing police operations in the center. And what do you know? Someone at AdSpot made an emergency call last night. Apparently an intruder forced their way into the server room and gained access to a computer. I made contact with the local police department. They sent 2 officers who secured the scene and are waiting for you to come have a look. Fast as lightning, Saito. Great work. Well done. Conrad and I'll go to AdSpot and have a look around. We really need to get ahead of this one and prevent another attack. Why don't you follow up on some leads while we're gone? Trace the perp's payment to the hotel as well as the mysterious transaction to the escort. And maybe we can find out where the sniper's accomplice got her face changed. Conrad, I'm taking off from the roof. Want to hitch a ride? You know I don't. Was worth a try. Meet you at Ad Spa then. I need some fresh air. I'll come with you, Gary. Fuck. Everything is gassed. Hey, can I go check in with the chief? Hello? And you can rest assured that we know what we are doing. Oh, you didn't. No, that's not the right voice. I didn't question that, but that data is one of the most important pieces of evidence we got right now. Liberator said that their next attack will take place in 48 hours. That's pretty damn soon. We need to take into account everything we've got. We want you to catch those guys in time. I already told you that the contents of that stick won't help you find them. How can you say that? I've got a better idea of your enemy's motivation is always important. I need pictures of Spider-Man. And you know what? You yourself were director of the CDI for over a decade. Liam, please. I've got a lot on my plate right now. I don't have time to discuss this over and over again. This data is about something that happened during your time at the CDI, isn't it? What are you talking about? I looked at my cell's history and saw which folder that woman navigated to. I don't have the access rights, but I'd really like to know what was in there. There was a lot going on in 1800. Let me be very clear, Liam. I can't work with a chief who doesn't trust my judgment and questions my orders. We've been doing this for a long time, Amelia. I deeply respect everything you have done for the Garian state, but as CDI chief, I see it as my duty to protect all Garian citizens, and I am sure that's in your best interest as well. Now give me pictures of Spider-Man. I don't have time for this now. I'll let you know what my next steps are going to be. Good evening, Agent. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, Chief. Agent Conrad, how can I help you? What's the AG doing here? I was wondering what the AG's doing here. We had a little discussion about our plan of action. Nothing you have to worry about, though. Was it the data? Honestly, I don't understand why parts of the puzzle are being kept from us. It makes no sense. I agree. Listen, Conrad, I'm currently trying to find out what that data is about and why we don't get access. Don't you have a suspicion, at least? You know what was on your cell when it was accessed. The data was on the CDI network, and apparently was something I don't normally have access to. Until I know what exactly we're looking at, I'd like to ask you to respect the chain of command. You were just yelling at me the other day about chain of command. I'm getting an important call any second. We can talk later. Go fuck myself. See ya. Wait, I got an email? Dear Mr. Conrad, an update is available for your following body enhancements. Eyes plus, thighs plus, chest plus. Please make sure to download and install the latest firmware from our website in the next 10 days. Is this... Did I just get spam mail? What the fuck? Thigh? Do I have augmented thunder thighs? Chat. Do I got giga thighs? Well, let's see if I can fuck up the investigation again. I'm not taking that shootout too hard, Chad, honest. Whoop, whoop. Nice tree.
During the train ride, every screen in the city had been playing news reports about the Liberator's announcement. They were the first violent domestic terror group with a political motive in recent Garian history. But there was something else that struck me about them. This wasn't the usual MO of a conservative group trying to maintain the status quo. It felt much more like revolutionaries hoping to effect change by resorting to drastic measures.
Thank you, Mysterious Arrow, telling me exactly... Oh. There's a lot of glass laying... A lot more glass lying outside than inside. Ooh, someone broke out of the building? He seems pretty nervous about his boss. Hey, Conrad, this is Officer Wong, my colleague, Neil Conrad. Thank you for filling me in, officer. We'll take it from here. Conrad, the security guard who called the police, is still inside. Let's go talk to him. He works for a security firm named Cox. Of course he does! That was contracted by AdSpot to monitor their offices at night. I already informed their CEO, Albert Cox. Twitch, please! About the intrusion. Or rather, his secretary, she told me that he's been at a business meal since 1730. But she said she's asked him to return to the office for questioning soon. First, let's hear what the guard has to say. I'm not panicking, you are being careless! I want you to promise me you stay home today, okay? I literally can't read that line out loud, Kyle! There's no way. I'll die. People will clip it. The officer, hey, I'll call you back later. Good evening, Mr. Brown. We have to ask you a few questions. Oh, God, I'm dying. Officer, I really don't understand how it happened. I was just getting coffee in here and then, I can't have an eye on all the rooms at the same time, right? It wasn't my fault. Calm down, sir. We're not accusing you of anything. My boss won't be happy at all when he hears about this. Could you tell us about what happened from the start? The broadcast began around 1800. Where were you at that time? As I said, I had left my post at the front desk for a short break and was having a coffee in here. I heard the sound of shattering glass and ran looking for the noise. When I arrived in the server room, I saw the broken window and the video playing on screen. I stopped the broadcast as quickly as I could. Oh yeah, it just took a few seconds. Hold on. They managed to climb in, log into the computer, and start the video within a few seconds? It seems that way. Did you see anyone when you entered the server room? No, it was empty. I went to look outside, but they were already gone. So to be clear, the video could have only played for a few seconds. No more than 10. And it definitely took me more than 10 seconds. I was getting some... No! Ah! Chat! And if you stop it there, it immediately stops everywhere? Yeah, the screen across the city just mirror the ones in here. Look, my boss says it's all my fault, but I swear to you, Oh, okay, thank you. That's all for now. Conrad, I'm sending a sheet to your cell. Thanks. Have a look around and see if you can find out who started that broadcast. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? About tonight. Did you leave the building at any time? Only one time, when I went looking for the intruder and I came right back. Anyone entered the building except for you. Just me and whoever started the broadcast. Can I go home? My wife's a Sabian, and after that video today, I'm afraid you'll have to stay a little longer and help us find the people behind this. I'd feel better if I was with her. Called her earlier and told her to stay home, but she wouldn't listen. I see. Okay. Relationship with boss? What's your relationship with your boss? Honestly, I can't say he likes me. I think he's been looking for a reason to fire me for a while. I think I only got the job because one of his top men vouched for me. I see. That's all for now. Alright. Hey, Saito, could you do me a favor? Of course, shoot. There's a presence sensor at the entrance of AdSpot's server room. Any chance you could pull the data from around the time the broadcast was started? Give me a sec, I'll check. I got access, but the sensor doesn't store any names. However, I could provide you with a list of every time someone passed through that door around 18 o'clock. Great, that would be helpful. Alright, sending it to you now. Remember that sensor reacts every time someone uses the door, no matter if they're going in or out. Gotcha, talk to you later. New message is waiting for you on Dating Elite. Why am I getting so much spam in Act 2? List of presence detector entries. Wait, what? So it took them 4 minutes? If the spam contains clues, I will scream. So I assume that 1801 and 02 are both the guard. He comes in, he looks around, he sees that shit's fucked, and then he leaves again to check it out. So, and our intruder yeeted himself out the window at sometime around 1800. So he was there 4 minutes ahead. This must be the computer they used to broadcast the video. True. True. Looks like someone smashed the server room window. Yeah. Can I like sniff out the... No. We can't go out there. Brown, Moore, Chen. Security information. This is an A420. Nice. Door card scanner. People are logged in every time they pass through the door. This model does not distinguish between people entering and leaving. So 1802 will be the security guard leaving, and then 1804 is him coming back in. So it's security 1755 has to be it. Right? So they came in as security. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Hey, I want to know about those door cards. I saw that you use a door card to enter and exit the building. Yeah. Cox Security has 2 door cards for AdSpot. This one, another one in a locker at our office. Only our boss, me, and the other guard assigned to AdSpot can open it. They're not personalized or anything. We just grab one at HQ before we come here. Who's the other guard? His name's James Moore. He's been working for the boss for a long time. We alternate shifts here at AdSpot. Today's my turn. I see. That's all for now. James Moore, huh? See no reason for the big man to come down here, so it's probably Mr. James Moore. I took a look at the broken window. There's a lot more glass lying outside than inside. I'm pretty sure that it was smashed from the inside, not the outside. You're saying they broke the window to get out, not in? Exactly. I think whoever started that broadcast walked in through the front door, played the video, smashed the window, climbed through it, and ran away. Why break the window at all, then? Probably to conceal the real way they got in. If our perp entered through the front door, they must possess an AdSpot door card. That leaves us with a limited circle of suspects, apart from the employees of AdSpot. 3 people from the Cox Security have access to door cards as well. Cox himself, Brown, and his colleague Moore. Moore works here as well. He and Brown takes turns surveilling the facility. Any idea which of them started the video? Yeah, someone with Cox Security door card entered the building at 1755 shortly before the broadcast began. Can't have been Brown. He passed by the door 3 times since he arrived, which places him inside. Couldn't he have climbed back in through the broken window to avoid the scanner at the door? No, that's evident from the date at the server room door. Saito pulled it for me. There's another scanner there. Only 2 other people have access to Cox's door cards, James Moore and their boss. Oh my god, chat. Cox has been at a business meal since 1730, so Moore is the only suspect left. Good work, Conrad. I'll send the unit to arrest him immediately. You and I should pay his boss a visit and see what he has to say. I should be back at his office by now. I'll send you Cox's address. Yep, I got Cox's address. Woo! Get to the train. I'll meet you there. Roger that. No, chat. Though if the guy's at a business meeting, he has people backing that up, and then one Cox security guard entered earlier, and the guy we found on site came in earlier already, and then he left and then came back in. The times add up, is what I'm saying. Hey, Saito. Neil, good news. I managed to crack the cell of that businessman, Abraham Gonzalez. I found a deleted message that is extremely interesting. Seems like someone hired him to fetch the data module on Gara. And here is the kicker. The message was sent from the Mercurius network. The what now? The Mercurius network is only accessible to really big companies. They have to be publicly traded and count more than 10,000 employees. What's more, the message was sent via a highly encrypted channel of the network. Those are exclusively accessible to high-ranking executives. That means that whoever that sent this message to Gonzalez is someone high up at a big company. Not just high up, it practically has to be the CEO. Good job, Saito. Sounds like a solid lead. I'll forward you the message and a list of all the companies in the solar system that match the criteria. I'm also opening a sheet about who is behind the Liberators. Oh, and one more thing. I also managed to extract a message from the sniper's cell. Looks like he sent it to the woman who stole the data from our chief. You might want to have a look at that as well. I'll forward it to yourself. Copy that. Talk to you later. And I'll say I told you so if they get away naturally. How awful. Zora, you've probably figured out by now that I lied to you about Williams asking me to take care of the handover. Pretty sure you're mad as hell and I'm sorry for that. Well, you're dead now. Thing is, I have a bad feeling about this whole mission. I couldn't stand if you got hurt. Promised each other it was the last job. Rip. And would accept it. However, over the last few days, I realized that going back to normal after all those years scares the shit out of me. I'm not like you. What I'm trying to say is, if I don't get out of this, I want you to quit nonetheless and do what we were planning to do. I'm sure it will make you happy, maybe not immediately, but surely after a while. If everything goes as planned, I'll be with you in no time and make sure you find a way to get used to normal life. If it doesn't, don't look back and don't come looking for me. Yeah, he's in a morgue. This doesn't help. Mr. Gonzalez, as promised, I'm sending you more detailed instructions for your mission on Gara. At 8:30 in the morning, you will wait for your contact person at a big fountain in George Plaza. She will hand you a data stick that you will then take with you when you leave the planet at evening. As soon as you have left the Garian network, you will be provided with the exact address to send the data to. As agreed, you are strictly forbidden from asking questions or trying to find out what the data is about. Discretion is of the utmost importance of this mission. As soon as the module is in my possession, the agreed upon fee will be transferred to your bank account. Sincerely, eat ass. I say. Companies that could be behind the Liberators. Name, place, sector, speciality. Oh, this is too many. There's so many! Name of the company behind the Liberators and are based and are belong to the sector and specialize in blah. Ugh. That's a big list of things for me to screw up. Chat. But yeah, Kyle, the reasons why if you weren't if you had to step away, looks like there's criteria to narrow at least, true. But the guy that ended up playing the message yeeted himself out the window, which is why the login codes were off, which is how I narrowed it. Go to Cox! Alright, chat. We're going to Cox. That explains the suspicious Cox? True. 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 Hey, Gary. Conrad, I'm having car troubles, but I'll be there soon. Car troubles, huh? Save it, Conrad. This is literally the first time you got someone faster than me. While you're waiting, you can swing by the restaurant where Cox presumably had dinner and check his alibi. We asked for them to send over tonight's surveillance footage. They said that their camera is unfortunately broke right now. Seems to be one of those locations where privacy is part of the service. The restaurant is on the layer above Cox's office and the train station. Go upstairs and take a left. Could have a chat with his wife if she's still there. Her name is Yvonne Cox.
Roger that.
They can't stop saying it! See you in a bit. I'll give you a call when I have an ETA. What was that? Fine restaurant? Well, there's security. Hello? Alright, well. Whoa, whoa, wee, whoa. Alright, we're fine. This is the same guy that was stealing a fence last time. Is he stealing a tree branch now? What are you doing? What's your deal? Hello. Good evening, sir. Do you have a reservation?
Evening. I'd like to talk to Yvonne Cox. Is she here?
I must ask, is she expecting you?
Not really, no.
I'm sorry, but I can only let you in as part of the reservation.
Neil Conrad, CDI. Would you please lead me to Miss Cox?
Sir, you keep saying that. Would you please follow me? Sir. And that's why it's vital we keep negotiating with them, no matter what Albert says.
Miss Cox?
Yes, who are you?
Neil Conrad, CDI. Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to ask you a few questions.
CDI? What did I do to deserve your attention?
It's about your husband, actually.
Ah, well. Excuse me, Mr. Conrad. Jacqueline Hendricks, attorney at law. Miss Cox is my client. You realize that she is not obligated to give you any information about... It's okay, Jacqueline. Let's talk, Mr. Conrad. Would you mind if we stepped outside? I need some fresh air. Excuse me, sir, this isn't that kind of establishment. Ugh. Jacqueline is a little overprotective sometimes. That's how you know a lawyer is worth their salt. You said this was about Albert. What is it you want to ask me?
I was wondering if you could tell me where your husband was around 6 o'clock tonight.
We were here with Jacqueline at 17:30 and discussed some business decisions over dinner. About half an hour ago, Albert got a phone call and excused himself. What time is it now?
That was us. Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
Never mind.
Did Mr. Cox act strange in any way over the last few days?
Now that you mention it, people were saying his name an awful lot in the streets. I have no idea. Last time I saw him before tonight must have been 2 weeks ago. Albert and I don't live together anymore. We have all but separated.
They're getting a divorce?
Maybe. It'd be very complicated for our businesses.
I see. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for taking the time. Gary, what's up?
I'll be there in 10 minutes. What about you? Did you talk to the wife?
Yeah, she corroborates his alibi.
Do you believe her?
I didn't have the impression she'd lie to protect him. Their marriage is apparently more of a pragmatic arrangement at this point.
I see. Listen, I got bad news. Mole's not home. He's on a holiday, according to his wife. She said he went to the Manami Tree Resort. We're currently trying to confirm this and get a hold of him. Why don't you go talk to Mole's wife? See if you buy that story. Saito says that you're very close by. Everybody lives within 2 feet of each other. Move up a layer or two and take a right to leave the market. You should find her apartment there. Come back down to Cox's office.
They can't keep getting away with this.
When you're done. It's right near the train station. I'll be there in 10. Alright.
On my way up to Moore's apartment, I walked through aromatic clouds of fried rice, fish, and mystery meat. I'd been down to Paloon Market once before, with Catherine. It almost surprised me to see that none of the platforms had collapsed in the years since. People were still selling the same junk, some of it probably stolen halfway across the planet.
Well, you know, if you were stealing food from across the planet, that'd be wild. The guy stole the branch successfully. True, he did have trouble with the fence at least.
Anybody home?
Who's there?
Agent Neil Conrad, CDI.
I already talked to your colleagues.
I know, I'm sorry to bother you once more. You said that your husband went on a vacation, is that correct? Why don't you come in? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Can I see your badge? Of course. I'm going to refrain from asking to see yours. Last thing I need to do is for her to whip out her Cox badge. Yeah. James went to Manami Tree Resort. His flight left night after work. Is there any way to contact him? He left his cell here because he wanted some peace and quiet. Uh-huh. What exactly did you want from him? I hope he's not in trouble. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Does he get in trouble a lot? No, not lately. Wouldn't everyone be worried about the CDI knocking on their door? Not lately. Does your husband have a criminal record? He made some mistakes years ago, and he did his time for it. What did he do? His boss asked him to make a delivery of illegal substances. James got caught, and his boss said he knew nothing about it. Who was his boss at the time? Not Mr. Cox, I suppose. No, never Cox. Oh, it was Cox, all right. James was in prison for almost a year and went right back to working for him. He didn't hold a grudge at all? Let's just say he didn't have much of a choice. It's hard enough finding a job nowadays, even more so with a criminal record. Thank you, Miss Moore. That's all for now. If your husband gets in touch, tell him to contact me. Here's my cell info. Do you mind if I have a quick look around? Look around? Why not? But please don't make a mess. It's okay, I'm just going to use my eyeballs. A single plate in the sink. Looks like she had her dinner alone. Oh no. Eh? Wait. What the fuck did I just scan? 2 news articles, the Moore's hung up on the wall. I downloaded them to myself. Oxydenol, highly addictive substance used in lung disease treatment. Ah. I see. I see. Negotiations in the Hope scandal finally came to a close last Monday. Millix Mining had made negative headlines almost 16 years ago when hundreds of employees filed a class action lawsuit against the mining giant. Many of them suffered permanent lung damage after allegedly having been exposed to harmful gases over prolonged periods of time in the mining chamber dubbed Hope on FEMIS. A long, slow, and expensive back and forth of appeals followed until last week, when the Interplanetary Court finally ruled the company would not be held accountable and did not have to compensate the alleged victims. This conclusion is viewed by many as a great failure of the federal justice system. Neither the mining, nor the lobby's system-wide influence, nor the Federation's interest in Millix's economic success are a secret, leading to many to openly question the integrity of the court's decision. Let's see. Last week, a delivery van belonging to the company Cox Security was stopped as part of a routine traffic control. The police found an undisclosed amount of mind-altering substances stowed away under the loading area and arrested the driver on the spot. Facing charges of drug trafficking, the CEO of Cox Security has denied any involvement and claimed the driver was acting of his own accord. If the driver admits fault, he's looking up to 1 year in prison. I see. So she has a lung disease. He got in trouble in order to get the money for it. But signs seem to point that Cox ordered this guy to take a fall again. Conrad, how did it go with Moore's wife? Well, she doesn't seem to know what her husband is up to. I took a look around the place, though. Good. We need all the information we can get. I'm almost at Cox's building. Meet you there. I can't wait to meet him at Cox!
Oftentimes in our investigations, the obvious solution would turn out to be the right one. People usually acted in accordance with their interests and their emotions. Whoever we first thought did it, they often turned out to have done it. With Moore and everyone else we had met so far, it always felt that we were at least one step removed from the truth. Nothing about this case was obvious.
True. Hey, Gary? Conrad, we need to go up there. Cox has probably been waiting for us for a while. What's with the shabby building? I thought this was a big company. This is just one of their bases of operation, apparently. Listen, Conrad, I just got a call from the AG. She ordered us to arrest Cox. What? From the AG herself? Why, I thought we were just going to question him. Did you tell the AG that we don't suspect Cox of starting the broadcast? I did, but I guess there's been a change of plans. Why does she want us to arrest him?
Said that we have strong reason to believe that he is part of the Liberators.
Did she bother telling you what she is basing that on?
No.
No?
We don't have time to waste here, Conrad. Let's get him. Do you want to do the talking? I'll see if I can have a look around in the meantime.
Sure.
I don't think he's going to give us trouble, but keep on your toes. He's big in the security business, after all. A doorbell. Very low tech. Good evening, Mr. Cox. I'm Agent Long in this... No! We can't have Agent Long in the same room as Mr. Cox. I'm losing my mind. Jesus. And this is my partner, Agent Conrad. Good evening. I'm sorry I don't have more chairs in here. We'll stand. I heard there was a break-in on Mr. Brown's watch. I didn't expect this sort of slip-up from him. I apologize.
We're not here for him, actually. Mr. Cox, you are under arrest. You're suspected of providing support for an interplanetary conspiracy.
I see. Ah! Gary!
Shit! Gary! Put that gun down, Emil.
Get out of my way.
You just shot a CDI agent. It's over, Mr. Cox.
Oh, please, don't overestimate your power.
Shooting a CDI agent causes a citywide alarm. They're already locking down the area.
No, you're bluffing.
I'm not. This is your last chance to surrender.
Fuck you, you won't get anything from me.
Put down your weapon and turn around to the wall.
Please, drop your weapons right now!
It's under control, officer. Stand down. I'm Neil Conrad, CDI.
We're coming up. If we see a gun, we'll shoot.
Listen to me, I'm CDI. My partner was shot and needs medical attention. Mr. Cox opened fire on us.
We're coming in. No sudden movements.
I will put away my gun if you keep yours pointed at Mr. Cox, okay?
What's going on in here?
My partner and I came to question Mr. Cox. He opened fire on us without warning.
Show me your badge.
See, I'm CDI. My name is Neil Conrad. This is my partner, Gary Long. He needs medical attention. Keep an eye on this guy, please. He's highly dangerous. I have to check on my partner.
Okay, Marquez, make sure the building is clear and call for a medical team. Gary just bleeding out. Yeah, you know. I'll keep an eye on the perp.
Gary, come on, say something.
Never mind, Gary's fine.
I'm okay. I'm okay. You sure?
I'm sure. I just hit my head when I fell. Oh.
Oh, thank fuck you're wearing your vest.
Always when I'm in the field. I see our friend is still alive. Going to be an interesting talk later.
Fuck you. I'm not gonna tell you anything.
I was not ready for that.
Fuck. Neither was I. We should have been more careful.
Looks like the AG had a point when she asked us to arrest him. I told you the higher-ups know what they're doing. Let's have a look around. There's probably something in here Cox really didn't want us to see. Cox Security received a prize from the DE grant years ago. Let's see what he didn't want us to find. Just walking by when we heard gunshots. I see. What's this?
Gary, come check this out. Looks like Cox is destroying records. I think we interrupted him.
Don't touch anything. I'll get a team here to salvage whatever possible.
Sounds good. What should I do next?
Go home and take a few hours off. Let the adrenaline settle.
Sounds good. But if you find out something about those drives, or the next attack, or Mr. Moore,
I'll give you a call, but now go home. I'll let the chief know what happened.
Copy that.
Well then. Pin board containing work schedules and security info. Huh. Might not tell them anything, but good charges of attempted murder? True. Yeah, you know, opening fire on a FBI-like agent. Pretty wild. Oh, I guess I can't pass because now there's a crowd? Yeah. Shooting a federal officer? Yeah. Yeah, thank God Gary's smart. He might be gruff. He might be grump. But thank God he's not dumb like me. Thank God no one died to Cox. Phone call. Hey, Neil?
Hey, Cat. Everything all right?
No, Laura's disappeared.
What do you mean disappeared?
I let her go to this stupid party, but she promised she'd be home over an hour ago.
Have you tried calling her?
Of course, but she's not answering.
She's probably having fun and forgot the time.
But why won't she pick up? It's not like her.
Maybe the music's too loud. I'm sure she'll come home once she realizes you try to reach her. She don't want you to worry for too long.
All right. Hey, Neil? You want to swing by for a glass of wine?
I'm on the train right now on my way back from work and I'm pretty tired. Is it okay if I swing by spontaneously?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm sitting here waiting anyway.
If I'm too tired to come and she's still not there in an hour, give me a call, okay?
Okay. You got Cox all locked up? True. True. We did give him the chastity belt treatment. Well, I guess we'll go swing by the ex's place and tell her that our daughter's not having a bad time, question mark? Question mark? I'm gonna see if there's a new news story first, though, before I go in. New news? There is new news. New news? Developments in Banny's murder. As previously reported, Drovian Foreign Minister Joseph Banny was shot dead by an unknown assassin last night around 1:30. Attorney General Amelia Thorne announced this morning that the CDI has already arrested the suspected killer, but did not elaborate on his identity or motives. Liam Campbell, chief of the CDI's Terror Prevention Unit, which was in large part responsible for Banny's visit during his stay, is expected to make a statement of his own later today. Daniel Morav, Savian Prime Minister of Drovia's colonial government, called the murder an extraordinary failure of the Garian state, adding it was a scandal that Drovian politicians have to fear for their lives on Garian soil. Drovia today has already spoken to two key witnesses, Mr. Banny's personal bodyguards, Carl Smith and Lisa Morton. They were both present at the villa at the time of his murder. Both are reported to have been treated respectfully by the CDI, and that the Garian authorities showed genuine concern and professionalism in the matter. Boom! We don't look like assholes in the media. Woo! I'm fucking up everywhere else. But at least I'm not an asshole. I'm just really dumb. Hey, Cat. Hey, want to go up to the roof?
Yeah, why not? Haven't been up there in a while.
Was one of the reasons why we rented the apartment, remember?
Of course I do.
I don't know about this one, Chief. I'm just screwing up, but still look good to the media. Soon I'll be a politician. True. True. Getting excited about things is so easy when you're 24. No ciggies.
So how's life going?
Okay, I guess. Yours?
Same.
I know it's silly, but I sometimes still wonder why it didn't work out with us. There was a time when I was so sure we were a perfect match.
I've asked myself the same a million times.
And?
I came up with lots of different answers. We were too young for a kid, I was too focused on my new job, our place was too small. I wanted to find that one good reason to explain it to myself, to make sense of it. But honestly, I think we were just bad at it. We couldn't stop fighting about the same small bullshit. And we kept hurting each other for no reason until we reached a point of no return. That's it.
Maybe you're right, but that's sad, don't you think?
Yeah. Don't worry too much about it, Laura. I'm sure she's fine. We should be happy for her that she's having a good time at that party. Said yourself that she had some trouble fitting in with the other kids.
Yeah, I know, it's just... I think about the shit I did when I was her age. It's probably why I worry so much about her.
You turned out okay. I'm sure Laura will too. She's smart. I can barely keep my eyes open. I have to go home now before I fall off this roof. If Laura isn't home in an hour, give me a call, okay?
I will. Thanks for swinging by. It was nice to be up here with you again. I'll stay a little longer.
What a throwback, huh? It was nice to see you. It was nice. See you soon.
Time to get off this roof before I just fall asleep and
roll off and kershpliggity boo. Chad, I'm sure she's fine. Probably. You know, we still live really close to our ex's place, all things considered.
I met my own tired gaze in the glass. There were so many things on my mind. Laura's disappearance worried me more than I had shown. I thought maybe it had been the wrong call to let her go to that party. In hindsight, it probably wouldn't have mattered. And then there was Cox. I was curious about his explanation as to why he had opened fire on us. But mostly, I was glad that I hadn't had to shoot him.
And there was Cox. True. Welcome home, Mr. Conrad. Your visitor is waiting inside. Visitor? I'm not expecting anyone. Who is it? Your visitor is ID unknown. What the? I didn't tell you I was expecting someone. Why'd you let them in? Oh, I'm sorry. I did not understand the question. Stupid fucking thing. I'll see for myself. I pull out my gun. Oh, wait. I actually did. Nice. Is that the AG? Horace! How you doing, Horace? I'll feed you in a second. You can put that gun away. Who are you? Got a nice place up here. They pay you well. Show me your face. Turn around. Okay. Lila? Who? Oh, right, my face. I don't like it, to be honest. Didn't Lila have purple hair? Wait, it's you. You're the one who assaulted Lila. I'm Zora. Nice to meet you. Slowly, put your hands up. I'm here to talk. Put your hands up or I'll be forced to shoot. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. You can make your own decisions. What do you want? We need a guy in the CDI to help us out with a few things. And why the fuck would I do that? We have your daughter. I should have led with that. Chat, I may have been incorrect about Laura being fine. I may have been incorrect. You what? We took your daughter, Laura. No, you're full of shit. You can ask your ex. She's not at home. Where is she? She's safe with us. You work for the Liberators, right? I have a record of your conversation with the man who shot Banny. Is stealing little girls really how they're trying to stand up for their ideals? You have to ask them. I don't know or care what they believe in. We're just getting paid. Or rather, we were supposed to, but then you showed up and bought the final step of the plan. Liberators asked you to steal the Chief's data and deliver it to them. So you pieced that together already, yes. What was on that stick that made it so important? No idea. Wait, you don't know either? I thought you had the drive. I don't, and I don't think I'll get my hands on it anytime soon. Who has it then if you don't? My superiors, if it still exists at all. That complicates things. I guess we'll have to move on to Plan B right away. Since the handover went south, the Liberators refused to pay us. We need that data to get our money. After all, this is where you come in. If you figure out what the data is about, we might be able to locate it in the CDI database and extract it. I'll send you a private sheet to your cell. Submit it to us once you found out. I will do no such thing. Don't be difficult and hand me your cell for a minute, will you? Why? You don't need it to open a sheet. That's for something else. I need access to the CDI network for a moment. What for? To set up a backdoor for our hack. Why are you telling me all this? I could arrest you right here and... But you won't, and I doubt that you could. I'm telling you this because we work together now. The better you do your part, the sooner our client pays us, and the sooner you see your daughter again. If you do anything on my cell, they will trace it back to me. Don't worry, I'll use someone else's credentials. Whose? It doesn't matter. Give me your cell. At least tell me who I'd be throwing under the bus. Gary Long. What? No, his job means everything to him. Is that really more important to you than Laura's safety? Come on, she's your only bargaining chip. I'll try to find out what the data was about. That's got to count for something. You're definitely not increasing your chances if you don't cooperate now. Use my login. Use my login. You wouldn't want to get yourself in trouble like this. No, you wouldn't want me to get in trouble like this. I'm too important for you. So we agree. Has to be your colleague's credentials. Use mine or I'm not giving it to you. Fine, but my boss won't be happy about it. That's it then? I gave you access, and I'll tell you all I find about the data. You'll let Laura go now, right?
This was just the first step. If you keep cooperating, you'll see her again soon.
Please, just let her go. She doesn't have to suffer like this. I'll help you anyway, so you'll leave us alone.
No can do. Sorry, it's not my call.
Is this really what you want to do with your life? Murder and child abduction?
I don't have time for this. We're done here.
Answer my question. How do you live with yourself?
You work for the CDI. Don't you kill and abduct people all the time?
Spare me your moral relativism crap. I'm not a mercenary.
Sure you are.
The CDI is trying to do the right thing. You do whatever the highest bidder tells you to.
The right thing? What kind of childish nonsense do you believe in?
You don't have to believe in anything to not be evil. I don't believe in anything in particular.
And yet here you are talking about good and evil.
Because we know what that is. We have an intuition for it.
Bullshit, there's no such thing. We invented it.
No. Look at this lizard over here. He's my friend. He's never done anything evil. He can't.
All animals just do shit for a while and then they die. Look, are you trying to keep me talking?
You can't pretend to not care about anything. In fact, I know you do. You were separated from someone you care about.
What are you talking about?
The sniper we caught. You care about him, don't you? You wanted to start a new life with him.
That's none of your business. But it's funny you mention him. Thanks to you and your colleagues, I won't see him ever again. Then you just tell me it was bad to put people away against their will.
My daughter didn't harm anybody. Your friend killed someone and might start a war.
I'll be back with more instructions.
As soon as the woman disappeared into the night, my facade slipped and I nearly collapsed on the balcony floor. I took out my cell with shaking hands and tapped on Laura's face in my contacts. Maybe. She didn't pick up. I resisted the urge to call Catherine next. I couldn't just tell her about what had happened. She knocked on my door in the early morning, but I didn't open. I tried to decide on a course of action, but I couldn't concentrate. My mind alternated between trying to remember my last conversation with Laura and conjuring up horrible images of her tied to a chair in some basement. Sometime later, my alarm rang. I got up to go to work, not sure if I was ready to talk to Kat. I must have stood outside her apartment for a few minutes when I finally made a decision.
What do you think? Do you think we tell the ex that our daughter's been kidnapped? Neil, where the fuck have you been? I've tried to call you a million times. I even came to your apartment.
I'm so sorry.
Laura still isn't home. I've called her friends and nobody knows anything. Looks like she never went to that party. Shit, Neil, what do I do now?
Listen, Kat. Kat, I know what happened to her.
What?
She was abducted. They took her to blackmail me. I'm so sorry.
What are you saying? Who took her?
I'm not sure yet. Seems like they're a group of mercenaries involved in Banny's murder.
No.
They promise they won't harm her if I do what they say.
How can you do that to us?
I didn't. It's not like like I allowed them to take her.
You have to tell the CDI. Maybe they can find out where she is and get her out of there.
It's too risky right now. I'm afraid of what they'll do if they find out I snitched.
You think the people who abduct children and murder foreign ministers give a shit about their promises?
I'm still evaluating the situation. I'll do everything in my power to keep her safe.
What do they want from you?
They want me to leak information about the case I'm investigating, about the Liberators. Please, Cat, trust me with this, okay? I won't let them do anything to her. I have to go. I'll call you as soon as I hear anything, and you do the same, okay?
All right. I'll be here all day. I feel like we tell Gary and Saito and no one else. Saito's a tech guru, and Gary will have our back. I gotta believe. I gotta believe. Hydration! Oh, tasty, delicious water. Beep. Talk to Gary. You bet your ass I will. Oh, fuck.
Who is this? Dad! Laura, where are you? Why didn't you let them use the login they wanted? Please, Dad, they're going to hurt me if you don't listen to them. You need to get me out of here. They swear they'll let me go if you do what they ask. I know how important your job is to you, Laura. But how bad can the things be that they're asking you? Please, I want to finish my novel. Laura, listen to me. I'll get you out of there, okay? Stay calm and do what they say. I have this under control. We'll see each other soon. I need to go.
Less than 24 hours after Banny's death, an organization calling itself the Liberators has claimed responsibility for the attack. It was a scene right out of a movie with the screens all over the Capitol playing the radical message. If you weren't there, this is what they said. So far, the authorities have not confirmed that the people sending the message were in fact involved in Foreign Minister Banny's death, or what the chilling announcement at the end might pertain to. Disclaimer, the Guardian Gazette does not support this message and will continue to stand for the togetherness and inclusivity in these difficult times. Get in line, get going in the background advert was a nice touch. Well, you know. Morning, Conrad. You look pale. Are you sick?
No, I'm fine.
Hope you got some rest after yesterday's incident. Let me bring you up to speed. The chief said he's making some announcement this morning. Didn't sound good at all, but we'll see in a few minutes. We took Cox in for questioning. Yeah, we did. You can interrogate him later, but first you should talk to Saito. He's in our office and has some new intel on Moore and Cox for you.
Okay, I'm on it.
Listen, Conrad. I might have been a little intense these past few days. These are special circumstances, you understand that, right?
Sure, it's been hard on all of us.
I gotta run.
Talk to you later.
New email? Dear Mr. Conrad, we have found 244 new officers fitting our search criteria. In only a few clicks, you can make your dream home a reality. Take a look for your... Get out of my email! Saito, I hear you got news for me. Ah, good morning, Neil.
Hey, Saito. Gary told me you had some new intel for me.
Indeed, I put everything on our pinboard over there. Let me give you a quick overview. First, I assembled some basic information on James Moore and his wife. Second, I managed to pull their recent bank statements. Maybe you'll find something useful in there. That's all I can get my hands on for now, but I got more coming tomorrow. And third, I took a look at the CV of the guy who fired at you, Albert Cox. And guess what I found? He's a Savient, and he grew up on Drovia.
Oh, that's a surprise. I suspected he was working with the Liberators.
Well, who knows? He still might. What's also interesting is that he's changed his name 20 years ago. Shoot, we're running late to that meeting with the chief. Let's go, I'll tell you the rest on the way. Cox was born as Albert Bolton. His parents owned a big company at the time, Bolton Security Services. They were responsible for the safety of the Savient colony on Drovia.
You mean Sector 2, the one that blew up 40 years ago?
Exactly. Bolton Security was sued into oblivion over the incident and eventually went bankrupt. When Cox had finished school, his name was Bolton, he willingly changed it to Cox. He changed his name and moved to Gara. That's when he founded his own security company using some grant money.
Thank you, Saito. Great work as always.
Oh, it's nothing. I just did some advanced browsing. Before we go in, I need to ask, is everything all right? You look not great. Well, sure, C comes after B.
I just getting enough sleep lately. Thanks for asking.
That is true. I think everybody's here. Let's start. Thank you all for coming. As many of you know, I've been working for the CDI for 28 years now. I have done everything in my power to defend the values our planet stands for. The principles of freedom, tolerance, pictures of Spider-Man, equal rights for everyone, and justice have been guiding all of my actions. I have always been proud of our work and our commitment to the Guardian democracy. Sadly, the path to justice isn't always clear, and we have to make difficult decisions. The murder of Joseph Banny has severely harmed the relationship between our planet and Drovia, and it puts the fragile peace in our solar system at risk. The Domestic Terrorism Division was charged with protecting Banny under my leadership. In light of our failure to do so, the Attorney General and I have agreed that the only appropriate response is for me to resign from my duties at the CDI effective immediately. I hope that the separatist groups on Drovia will consider this a sign of sincere remorse and of our intention to make up for the damage that has been done. I enjoyed working with all of you, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that each of you will find your way of fighting for justice. I will still be in my office today if there are any open questions or issues you want to talk to me about. My successor will be announced by the Attorney General in the near future. Starting tomorrow, Agent Long will be taking over my responsibilities until a permanent replacement is found. Thank you, and goodbye.
No. Not the chief.
Chief! What a fucked up day. Chief? Chief?
Hello, Conrad. How can I help you? I wanted to say goodbye. It was good working for you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I have to admit, I'm surprised by your decision. It's not like you could have done much more to protect Banny.
Come on, Conrad. We both know that doesn't matter. Heads needed to roll for this.
Chief. The AG fired you over something else, didn't she? I overheard your conversation yesterday.
Why are you telling me this?
Didn't sound like you were arguing about Banny's death. You are aware that you can be suspended for eavesdropping on your superiors? In fact, it seemed like you were suspecting the AG of something. Is that the real reason why she wanted to get rid of you?
This one is out of your league. Just respect the chain of command.
I see. Chief. Why did we arrest Cox? I mean, it looks like it was the right call. But we didn't know at the time. And why didn't you give us the arrest order yourself?
AG didn't tell me why she wanted to do it, so I refused to give the order.
So you don't know either?
No, it seems like it's classified, same as the information on that stick.
I see.
I'll have to pack up my things now. I wish you all the best for your career at the CDI.
Thank you.
Your cell contacts haven't changed lately, have they?
Haven't changed in years.
Good. See you around, Agent Conrad. See you, Chief. Ah! Panic! Did not expect this. True. ... Also true.
What a day.
Yep, what a fucked up day.
That was unexpected.
Fuck. I can't believe I'm standing in for the chief. I never thought they would pick me. I have to call my wife. Guess I'll be doing some overtime in the next few days.
Don't you think it's strange that the AG fired him?
Gotta admit, she never really liked him. Maybe she was waiting for an opportunity. But someone had to get fired for Banny's death just for optics, don't you think?
Maybe, but the chief always did an excellent job. It didn't have to be him.
I'm not thrilled about it either, but we should focus on the Liberator's threat. I don't want to start my new job with a string of terror attacks. Let's recap what we got so far. Listen up, squad. Time for a little wrap-up. I suppose you're all as surprised as I am about our chief's sudden retirement. They knew the chief was going to resign and wanted Gary's credentials implicated.
Fuck.
However, we need to focus on the Liberators and their plans now. So the AG's in with the Liberators, you think? Let's go over everything we've got once more. Drovia's foreign minister Banny was shot last night by a sniper who goes by the name of Beake. Beake then went on to see a woman called Zora, which seems to have been a deviation from their original plan. He convinced her to hand him a stick with confidential stolen data. The next morning, Beake met with another man to hand him that data. Abraham Gonzalez, CEO of the Drovian company Power Up. We were able to extract a deleted message from Gonzalez's cell which proves that someone paid him to fetch the stick and send the data to an unknown address once he was outside the Garian network. This leads us to believe that the data cannot be sent unnoticed via the web, which applies only to the best-kept secrets of Garian government. We don't know who paid them either, but the message to Gonzalez was sent via an encrypted channel on the Mercurius network. That's why they were so upset about it being yours? Means that it must be one of the higher-ups of a large, publicly traded company. We don't know what was on the data stick because we haven't been cleared for access yet. Yesterday morning, an anti-Savient terror group calling themselves the Liberators publicly broadcasted a video in which they claim responsibility for Banny's murder. They also announced a second attack within 48 hours. Their broadcast was sent from the AdSpot building. They operate all the billboards across the city. At the time the video started, the building was being guarded by a Cox security employee. We have reason to believe that the perpetrator was another employee of the same company, James Moore. His wife says he went on holiday at a Manami tree resort, but he never turned up there. We are currently running a planet-wide search for him, but without success so far. The CEO of Cox Security, Albert Cox, opened fire on Agent Conrad and myself when we went to arrest him. Why were you arresting Cox? It was an order from the AG. Conrad convinced Cox to surrender. We arrested him and brought him in for questioning. He had been in the process of destroying hard drives before we arrived. Our IT department is currently trying to restore what's left of the data. We think that Cox is a key figure behind the Liberators? He certainly is involved with them in some way, but he doesn't have access to the Mercurius network. We have to assume that there is some bigger fish behind Cox. A bigger Cox! What's also strange is that he is a Savian himself. He grew up on Drovia. Our current priority is to prevent any further attacks. Call Roy. I want you to support the ongoing manhunt for James Moore. Young, we brought some stuff back from Cox's office. Work your magic on it. Let us know if you find something. Saito, you keep gathering as much information as you can on our prime suspects. Conrad, you should check whether you can establish a motive why Moore would support the Liberators. Take a look at all the evidence we've got, including the information Saito put on the pinboard. You should also have a chat with Cox. We brought him to the interrogation room in the basement.
Roger that.
That's all for now. One last thing. Do any of you guys know how Agent Reed from the response team is doing? I do. He was hit by 2 high-velocity rounds that penetrated his vest. He can't move his right arm, and it's a long way to recovery, but he'll get there. Fuck. Thanks for letting me know. We should send some flowers to the hospital. But right now, let's get to work. Come back to me when you've got something. Oh! Fuck. Salary 10,000. Pregnancy test? Yeah, saw that. Herman's Bar. Salary for April. Why? His 8. He only got 600 from Cox in April. 50 for compensation maintenance from Cox. Wait, he got paid for the pregnancy test? Refund, I imagine? Maybe. So he definitely needed the money for the lung thing. Well, either he or his wife has the miner's lung, which is what the Vival Pharmaceuticals is. And I presume that it's probably fatal without regular maintenance. So he had to do that. James Moore. Married to Evelyn Moore. Used to live on Femus. Junior. He got promoted after the illegal substance thing, I think. Wait, no. No, I'm just goofed. Timeline's slightly different for that. Fine for bodily harm. Fine for attempted theft. Brain enhancement. Resistance against mind-altering drugs. Extended field of view. Reaction augment. Shortened reaction time. Increased hand-eye coordination. Depending when he got the brain enhancement, then he couldn't take the drugs himself, it would seem. Evelyn Moore, married, from Femus, mining professional for Millix, yeah. Yeah, so he had to get money to get her drugs so she, you know, didn't fucking die. Hello? I can't move? Hello? Okay, there we go. That was weird. Is my controller dying? Game? Okay, I think my controller was slightly disconnected. Okay, we're back. Mr. Cox!
Good afternoon, Mr. Cox. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
I'm waiting for my legal team.
You fired at my partner and me. Care to explain? I probably don't need to tell you that you didn't make the best first impressions on us. Your behavior and your company's involvement in yesterday's broadcast make it look like you're somehow involved with the Liberators. Quick look at your biography showed me that you are a Saviant. A Saviant and that you grew up on Drovia. Drovia. Doesn't make sense that you'd support an anti-Saviant terror group. 25 years ago, you moved to... Wait. Fuck. I don't remember. Did he come to Gara or Femus? He's here now. Gara, why?
Sometimes life forces us to do things we don't want to.
You don't like it here?
I don't.
Why not? Why don't you ask that yourself and your fellow Garians? You consider Drovians your enemy and Savians backwards radicals.
If you had it... I had the wrong voice! I'm dying! 1 second. I'm hydrating. If you had the choice between hiring a Garian or a Drovian, you'd hire the Garian. All the missions we ever got come from Drovia.
Why haven't you gone back then?
Because my compatriots are happy to have a reliable partner for their companies here on Gara. We escort their goods, offer them personal security, you name it.
Your parents had a security company as well, didn't they? It was responsible for security at
Sector 2.
Sector 2. Looks like they didn't do such a good job with Sector 2 blowing up and all.
You know nothing about my parents. I've already said enough. I'll wait for my lawyers now. Nationalism, wife, drug, nationalism. Gary! Gary, he's an idiot! Conrad, I just read your sheet on Moore. Looks like a motive can be established. You should pay his wife another visit.
She didn't seem to know anything yesterday.
Maybe she'll tell you more if you confront her with her husband's motive.
Roger that. See you there.
All right. Well then. Okay, chat. We're going to hop on that train and get a save thing, and then I'm going to be ending it there because today is going to be a bit of a short one. However, I do think I hear a whiny baby screaming at me from outside. So one moment. I'm going to get up and see if this boy needs assistance. Hey, Screamer. You meowing? You being a meow baby? Hi. Hello. You meowing?
You meowing up a storm? You being a meowser? Alright, he's coming in. He's coming in. Here we go. The boy, the lad himself. A pets. Stay in view of the camera, you goofus. Stay in view of the camera, you goofus. Where you going? Yeah?
Once again enveloped by the smell of the market, I thought back to the man I had been when Kat had brought me here. How did it all go so wrong?
Oh no, he clicked out of the thing! Ah! No, it's fine. We're ending the stream anyway. But Oliver, say goodnight to chat. Yes, I love you too. Say goodnight to chat. Say goodnight. Yes, I love you too. Say goodnight. Hello? Look at him. Look at him. Yes, hello. You are a chunky lad. And naturally, he's sitting on my mouse again. You are a noisy boy. Hey, look over here. Hey. Yeah, it's right. Oh, yeah. You're lovable. Hello. Can you say goodnight to chat? You're a goofus. A big old goofus. Hey, can you look over here? Say goodnight to chat. Good night, chat. Good night. Yes, okay. Bye-bye.